let's take a look here underneath into the gappers. And of course, we'll bring up some stocks here. The first one I want to bring up is that bid report. Of course, this is already trading. I put JE. JD, baby. Let's take a look there. I've been watching this one also. I mean, we've seen how Amazon has recently taken off. Shop has taken off. Melly has been doing well. Let's talk about their earnings here. 69 cents beat the 50-cent estimate. Sales of 35.38 billion beat the 34.64 billion estimate. Now, it looks like the CEO is retiring for personal reasons, and the current CFO is promoted now to CEO. So I don't know how that really affects the company, but just wanted to give you guys that information.
Stocks is in such a wicked downtrend. I mean, you could go to 40, 45, and it's still ugly. So not saying that's going to happen whatsoever. I've tried to play this a little bit long a couple of times here. It just keeps making new lows. So hard to get on the bull train here on JD. I'd love to, I think there's some value here. Again, geopolitical risk keeps me out of all Chinese stocks, but I do think there's some value here in JD. And, the earnings were good, but it's just such a wicked downtrend.
Yeah, it's you made that low 33.5, let's call it 36.5, 3-point move. But I think I would try and be more patient. Maybe if you wanted to be long this thing, if you could get it back in the 35 handle. I see actually 5 closes in the 35 handle. So I don't think I would chase it up here, but on a pullback, if you could get it in the 35 handle, maybe lean on the low of the move. As far as taking out resistance, you are doing that as we speak right now. Your 4-day high was 36.23. So as long as you stay above that, you got some room on the upside. This was really the only positives I was seeing when the market was down this morning. The Bobster bouncing off the $80 level. Market has memory as that hit that level back in March. Just hit it recently, back up at 85. Baidu hasn't mentioned AI as of late, but that looks like it's forming a little bit of a base. So
holy, the Baidu is just going straight down here too. I mean, you can buy China all at the lows. I mean, look and just bring them up here. Yeah. Baba, not far from that 80 low here. I mean, just look at the charts. Baidu's giving back a lot of it. I mean, not the October lows on some of these, but you can buy them at the 2023 lows. It seems like all of them.
All day
What's
long.
PDD? Pinduo Duo. Oh my gosh, Pinduo Duo here.
Oh my! Oh, that was the thing.
These are so ugly.
Oh man! What about now? What about this $50 area? Bottom in November. It's 60. Bottom in November at 60. This is where it all came from. At least I would say the rate of which it's going down is slowing down. I don't know if that's actually a bullish thing, but yeah,
falling knives. That's for sure. See that
2-for-1 stock split almost since late January. So that's an interesting chart there. FXI hasn't been. We haven't heard no China headlines lately. No, China hasn't gone into Taiwan yet.
So why do they continue to whack them all?
I don't know.
This is there's something else happening here. Yeah, because you've had tech rallying, but China tech not participating in that rally whatsoever and going down. And we aren't hearing anything bad about Taiwan. It just makes me think that something eventually there's going to be some type of headline that drops over there from a geopolitical standpoint, and the market's not going to like it because
definitely don't need that.
And we don't need that, Mitch. But that's what these stocks are telling us. I mean, these earnings were fine at JD. All the earnings have been pretty good out of the China stocks. They're always pretty good out of the China stocks, aren't they, with their accounting rules? But
maybe that's what it is too. I mean, no trust from investors, right?
The JD
no trust.
Shocking.
All right.
Let's go to the Googs. Let's go to the Googs. And we talked about the Googs much?
Yeah. We talked about them, but I wanted to go to AppLovin and some of the smaller ones. Let's knock them out, right? Let's do AppLovin. We talked about Googs there earlier with their AI, but let's get to AppLovin here. Really nice lift off here. EPS at a loss of 1 cent, misses the 7-cent estimate. Sales of 715.4 million beat the 693.51 million estimate. Yet, really, I thought that was a big miss there on EPS, loss and expecting a positive, yet taken off.
What stock are you in? APP?
APP, app
APP.
loving apps.
Did they say something about AI?
It is kind of like I guess an AI play here. I mean, but this looks like to me like kind of like Upstart. Like it didn't matter. Didn't matter who was in the report.
That's pretty much this earnings season.
They bought
It's
it
been
up,
the earnings
man.
season. Crocs blows it away. They murder the stock. You know,
Yeah.
other companies that miss and they can't stop buying them. I mean, you could have been an insider on a lot of these companies here. Have the report ahead of time and still got your butt kicked to trade these earnings reports. I don't know. You're right. Like these earnings reports just haven't seemed to matter.
Yeah, it's a random walk. I've heard someone post that on Twitter.
Just a couple times.
For this one, I mean, you got a relentless bid in here right now. Who knows how long it will last, but maybe some sellers will appear at your October high. Your October high was 21.79, and you ended that month at 16.96. So, with the upward momentum, up $3.50, being at $16 last week, I got to give it. It's too early. I'll give it a 2.5 star. Watch your bids, Triple D. They're making their mind up here in this market right now in the pre-market. Now we're read by 5 handles. So looks like right now. Chop.
That's what's in store for you guys and girls. I tell you right now, I'm not great at predictions, but I will predict chop. So I guess you just keep, just playing the chop, and that's fading everything. That's what continues to make money in 2023, fading everything. But certain stocks, tech stocks drifting higher, and then we have obviously everything else that feel like drifting lower.
Sometimes, Dennis says this market's easy, and I'll be honest, guys. I'll be on the other side sometimes, and I'd be like, no, not easy one bit. But this trade might have been an easy one here. Did you get your flowers for your mothers?
Oh, how did we miss?
1-800-flowers.com, baby.
Come on.
Adjusted.
Where was the seasonality trade? Next,
loss of 27 cents. Beat the loss of 36 cents.
Next
May, of
we're going long FLWS before Mother's Day.
It missed on sales and gave a little bit better EPS at a loss. It still went up, baby. Yeah, the AI flowers.
Flowers coming at you. AI flowers.
And that's FLWS for you guys that don't know the ticker.
They water themselves, the AI flowers, man. The AI flowers water themselves. You don't have to do anything. They grow extra high.
Yeah, man. They'll use a little AI to know which flowers.
Calendar reminder. Right? Get your iPhones out. Do it with me. Calendar reminder. FLWS. Go to next year. When's Mother's Day in 2024?
Or would be the next flower type of day, right?
Is it May 12th? I believe it's May 12th. May 12th, 2024. So calendar reminder around May 8th, May 9th. We need to be long flowers ahead of Mother's Day. FLWS.
Right.
It's a simple game sometimes.
All right, 10:30. You're coming up on your April 25th high. If that was your target, you have it. Ooh, you're getting close there. So I would just say, if you're looking for more on the upside, this got to get through this 1030 to 1086, 1082 area. Those were 3 highs, a little gap fill back at the end of April. That's what you're looking at. And 1-800-Flowers. Dennis, don't you forget to do something for Mother's Day. For your mother and for Laura.
You have to do your wife too. Is that how it works? You got to do that too.
You got it.
Aren't my 5-year-old or 6-year-old, she just turned 6, 6-year-old and 8-year-old supposed to take care of that?
Yep. No,
I
passed the buck on that one now.
Don't they do something in school?
Yeah, they must do some cards or something.
They get they get the easy way. They get guided through. You got to go do the shopping, Dennis. All right, let's go to the last
new lows. I'm gonna fade Triple D. I'm gonna say if we can't hold this pre-market low, I think we're gonna get some pretty good downside.
I'm not sure you're fading me. I'm not sure I made a call. What's my call? Tell me what my call is.
Oh no, it's not,
man.
No, I'm just curious because I don't know what I'm thinking.
You said chop. You're right. It is chop.
I actually don't know what I'm thinking here. All I know is so long-term portfolio. I still have my AMD kind kind of think that 100 is a sell, to be honest. But the long-term portfolio lasted 3 days because it got up to
So we
technical
got some
resistance.
news, Mitch. Is there something breaking here at 9
Not
o'clock?
buying. I'm not buying Disney till 90. I've decided. I may buy it at 90, but I'm spooked. So people are asking me about Disney. Am I buying the pullback in Disney? I think I might at 90, but I'm not going to buy it. And Airbnb, yes, I did buy yesterday.
Last one I just wanted to mention really quickly. Maxen did report today. They gave really good Q2 revenue
that used to be one of your
outlook.
darlings, wasn't it?
Yeah, Maxen. I
You used
played
to
it
like
multiple
that trade in that
times.
stock. Yeah.
I've traded it multiple times, way below
Yeah.
this, right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. I've traded this like in the 15s and 16s, not 30s. So just to kind of mention that. But Maxen Q2 revenue outlook, 360 million to 400 million versus a 356.38 million estimate. So their estimate was below their lower guide right now for Q2. So this definitely giving them a lift. We've seen some good mentions from some solar names, but of course, First Solar has been the ugly turnaround there.
This is wow. This is such a contrarian move to the solar. Everyone must be going to Maxion
It's been
Solar
going on
Tech.
for a while here.
Yeah.
It started with the NPH, and it has just spilled over. SEDG reported, and they took it the other way. I'd be nervous on SEDG at major resistance at 300 with all the other disasters that have happened in solar. First Solar, ENPH, the tan has been getting tanned. Eventually, I do think solar is a big part of our future. You know, you got to look at multiples. You got to look at what you're paying for these companies. That's, you know, the major thing when you're looking at these. But I mean, SunPower, I was in this for a long time here. I'm so glad I got out of it because I was in this. This was one of my best long-term trades, I think, ever, because I bought this in 2020, right during the COVID bubble at like $6. And I actually sold it all, Joel, at 52.
I remember
I've
that.
never taken the entire move like that. I sold it literally like 7 months later from 6 to 52. And I, you know, rarely, you know, I'm always out too early, but I pretty much got the entire move on that SunPower. I rebought it a couple times in there too and made money even doing it a couple times. I've kind of just been really lucky with this one. I think $10 on SunPower. I think it could bounce at that level. It's where it was 17, 18, 2017, 2018, 2019 before we kind of broke out. So I'm kind of eyeing that $10 level, but you're not quite there yet. But it's on my shopping list at $10.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to wrap things up here. We're